Welcome back, everybody. We are getting started a little late. Last we left off, everybody was in the mines and they were dealing with shenanigans after said location. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's see. The mines under. Activate.
Ooh.
All right. So some things to note. Most magical spells, as they have some delayed events, work a little different, and you'll soon figure it out. What I'm getting at is stuff from a shaman, especially if it's a preserver. If they do entangle, the entanglement just stays permanently there and turns into just natural vegetation. So they have to be careful where they're going to cast entanglement because the spell never goes away. It kind of permeates, as opposed to defilers who would remove in order to cast. But they're going to learn this the hard way as through the time ticking when Rennie and the player realizes their spell just doesn't end. So we
Yeah.
last left off. I need a perception check from Jared DeLuth. They were in the middle of finishing off these goblins and searching the dead bodies, and the entanglement's been there. And so this has been like maybe 3 minutes into them exploring it. It has not been long yet. Scrolling down, you notice something glinting out of your eye over here.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Okay.
Where's the shiny? Where is it at?
I. Oh.
I go and examine the shiny.
All right. Roll investigation. You see a hole. There's something that looks like an orb, and you also notice a lot of rat turds around this hole.
Yeah.
It does look as an unnormal uh, glint, meaning it's got to be something possibly valuable. And there's a slight possibility that there's something else in that hole too.
Is it big enough for, for his hand?
Oh yeah, the hole in it, yes.
I can't see you.
No.
You're hitting me in the head. You really want me to stab you while you're sleeping, aren't you?
Well, I...
I have no clue where you're at. Oh.
Roll a something check for guiding him. What would work for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just, no, I thought you did. Oh, I just realized something. Mm.
Yes, yes. You could clearly see that there's a glowing orb in this um, uh, hole. Um, you do see that there's a giant rat in there. Would you like to try to use animal handling to or something to grab the orb and not disturb the rat?
Yeah, I'll try animal handling.
All right, roll animal handling. Unless there's something you would like to do to augment the roll.
Oh.
All right, you're able to get in there. The thing kind of rushes, but then steps back because you're meaty size and lets you grab the orb. Congratulations.
Yeah, yeah,
You gain 25 experience for soloing the diseased rat.
Beat.
Thought Process by Jared Deleuze. Okay. Um, well, there is enough light for him to have dim. Yeah, but yes. Okay. Um, you all have an orb that is about, yay size. Uh, looks magical. Who wants to pick it up? I mean, who wants to examine
Well, I'll examine it since I have it.
it? All right. Roll an investigation on it. You find some inscription on it, and and it's in gnomish.
I guess I will read it.
It's it says you take a look at the orb. It's a little shiny and everything, and you look at it, and it says globe of Greg's planet seeing in gnomish.
Globe of Greg's
Planet seeing.
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 Mm.
There you go. It's the globe of Greg's planet seeing. GOGPS for short.
Oh.
Yeah, real reggy.
Good.
I'm gonna try looking into the crystal ball.
You see, well, it's kind of cloudy, and you realize that you're gonna have to stare at it a while. It might take some about an hour or so to kind of pseudo attune to it in order to understand it. However, the gnome, being a gnome, is able to roll an arcana to utilize it ritualistically
Nice.
instead of attuning to it. Congratulations. You're able to look at the view and you're able to harness it and you're able to put it out and you show. And what everyone sees is me having to make sure to set the lighting before I pop it over because that would be boring.
Mm.
Lighting. Boom, boom. You see this.
Ta-da!
What in the Wizard of Oz? What? No.
Ooh.
You see your location and you see the world. It does say that objects in orb are not drawn to scale.
Hmm.
Good to know.
I want to go see the turtle.
Oh.
What is it then?
Objects not drawn to scale. Yeah, it's Greg. Hi, I'm Greg the turtle. And then it turns as you look at the opposite side and you see the other side of the world.
Oh,
Yep.
Should it be that? Why didn't it save it?
Oh.
Save, you silly
Oh.
thing.
Alright. Oh, look. Oh,
okay.
manatee.
I still want to go see the turtle then.
Oh, big old turtle. I see turtle.
Roll an arcana check on this turtle specifically that you see.
Who?
Whoever wants to roll for, yeah, the
Yeah.
human that's staring into the orb.
Yes. We don't see any of this.
It's just a giant turtle to you. Gotcha. Gnome, clocks.
Nope. Nope.
It's just a giant turtle.
Nothing. Nothing.
And keep going, folks. Let's see. Does Rennie get it? Roll an arcana. Nope. You need a 16 or higher. Rennie,
No.
roll arcana. None of you know what the fuck it is. Got it. Oh, Zish. Let's see.
Damn it.
Aha!
Oh God. Okay, he's like, oh, that's usually the marker for a Zaraton, and the size of this, it's probably a colony of Zaraton. And he goes on to explain that
What the
Zaratons are
hell is
large
Charizard?
sea turtles that have living ecospheres on top of them. And so his best guess is that whole entire area that the turtle is on is a colony of Zaratons. And then his speculation is that the sphere that you're on is so huge to even have a colony of Zaratons just in the ocean that this place is monumental. He's talking about
Cool.
the planet you're on.
Oh my.
All right.
Yep.
Want to roll?
Yeah. I
I'm
do.
looking at this.
There's only two.
They're
Well,
pretty.
Nope.
there's only two people that are going to be able to roll for this one.
Nope.
Clocks and well, sure, Jared Delu. No. What is this showing?
This looks like a gigantic, extended, very pretty version of our
Nope.
U.S.
The most that you all are able to glean is those must be um, astral mana rays, which tend to float around the astral sea, and that would mean that there's a colony of them nearby the Brakara-7 itself in space. All right, back to the drawing board. You now have
We'll hand the orb to the gnome. I have.
it
no
lets
use
you
for it.
from nearest that you can see. If you're a gnome, you can ritual cast. Anybody else non-gnome would have to attune to it, and you're able to 3 times a day look at where you are and on the current planet that you're at. Yes. Greg's planet seeing. All right. Back to the diseased rat. It's no longer, and you all are right here. So what do you do? Ahead of you, you're able to see a dead Draugr. You also realize that the entanglement's not going away because it's been 10 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
Roll your stealth.
And
22. The sweet, she's over here playing kissy face with the lizard she picked up, completely oblivious to anything going on. Yes, it is a little bit of an uphill. You see, well, a dead Draugr, and he looks like he's not in a lot of war attire and more of a business attire. and he's got a lot of paperwork journals on him. He looks like he's been run through by a spear. All right. You go to pull on everything, and then you get stabbed by a goblin who was hiding in the. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Is why it was a trap. He was watching the body, and out of the dust and the dirt, and kind of like a dirty ghillie suit, stabs at you because you moved the body. He didn't know what was there. He just attacked the direction the body was getting pulled to. So he's got a disadvantage to attack you. And he misses. As you sidestep, and battle begins.
Yeah.
Pretty much. He rolled. You're going at 12. He's going at 9. So you're going first in the combat round.
I want one.
This goblin looks different than the other goblins you've ever come across. It looks more ragged, and it emerged from the sand, very spindly framed and encased in like a hodgepodge of armor scraps and rusted weapons. You can also tell that if he actually stabs you, you might have to deal with tinnitus issues.
Good dog. Aww. Being too loud.
14 hits its AC, right on the mark. Huh? Oh yeah. No, it dies. No, yeah, it
Oh,
looks
that would be a
frailer
normality.
than other. It looks frailer than other goblins, just sneakier. It's dead.
Why is?
Um,
Oh, there we go.
You should be able to click on the accountant, the
That's
Draugr,
it. There we go.
and able to loot its stuff. I would like to try this. So see if you can take
No.
its war pick off of it.
Nope, not letting me open his stuff.
Okay. Got to figure out how to do that. It has a war pick, a javelin, and it's got scale mail, a shield. It's got 3 gold, 24 silver, and some journals on it.
None of that really sounds. Oh, well, of course, I'm going to take the money because I'm just a prick like that.
Nah. Not at all.
We will. The rest of it, just actually, I'll put all of it in my inventory for now, and I'll just kind of. Once I get back to the party, I'm gonna kind of sort it by who needs what.
All right, so let's just do this. You drag the body back. And there you go. Problem solved.
Yep, there we go. Hey, human, got a toy for you.
I ignore him.
Okay, no loot for you, bitch. So we just gotta figure out. You should be able to drag that into the chat so everyone can see. I think.
let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Sheet. There's a way to tell it to be a loot thing. All right. Try now.
Nope.
Save. Now try.
Nope.
Weird. Loot all. No active character for use. So if I click this, loot all. I'll have to figure this out. And a later pick, it's got a war pick, javelin, scale mail, and shield. Who wants what? There's 3 Draugrs here. They all have war picks, javelins, scale mail, and shield. Does anybody want any of this?
Well, it's not going to do me any good on any of that. 'Cause scale mills I'd put me with a disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, I mean, that would be too heavy for me.
Well, you could always just leave the bodies here and get it later.
Yep.
What did you do with the journals?
Well, I am not a magic guy, so hey, Clocks, you want some books? Have books.
I love books.
I'm gonna kind of wave them like they're a snack at a child.
Oh, you're mean. You're so mean.
Yep, all yours. You can have them all. Can't read.
I will add this to the collection of books.
You should see her book collection.
Good grief.
Hey, let's
Where did I put
make
that?
sure you give those a perusal.
How many
Your
was
magic
it?
bag has gotta be.
I'm trying to find it so I can link it as soon as I figure out which one it was.
There's
But
so
aside
many
from that-
books.
I'd almost be scared to open her bag and see how many books there is.
You
That
can,
is
I think.
the
Right?
biggest,
They
Yeah,
they
look-
can
look
see
at
the
her-
books.
Yeah, look at her
biggest
character.
library book
And-
bag ever.
She spent last week itemizing them.
Oh dear God!
Oh my god! Badass! Awesome!
My God.
Oh,
What was that, like
water.
6 hours of work? I want to say.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, crud.
I like the aquatics for dummies. That's awesome.
Yeah, she picked that up in the last campaign before the character reset.
Oh, I like so long and thanks for the ale.
So long and thanks for the ale. Okay. Your dwarven is a little off, so roll me a I don't know, an intelligence check on how well you decipher this for languaging. Let's see if I give you half of it or all of it. All of it is. I'm just going
Yeah.
to share it to the players because you're able to easily discern it to everyone. So, owner, show players. You should see a ledger and torn journals.
Confidence
You
is
were
one,
able to
two,
discern.
three, four, blah, blah, blah.
there's a lot more in these journals and and ledgers and everything. This is the pertinent content. I gave you. You got the highest roll, so I'm giving you the pertinent content, not the stuff you have to sift through. So this is
Oh,
Oh, that mic is not
so.
working good.
Read over it or
Did my-
press on.
Wait, how long? Wait, give me a second. I don't read that fast. I'm slow.
You don't have to. You guys are in real time right now, so
They have a pig farm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's trying to pick up my
Cornfield.
finger.
so this is all from that Draugr accountant's
Ow.
point of view. That's dead.
Move.
Right. Politics got in the way and got everybody screwed again. Yay. I mean, that's what I'm getting from this. I don't know about you. Enjoy. All right. What does my cool little kill here have? The goblin.
Let's see. He has. First off, you get 50 experience because you soloed the Dust Goblin. So you should be at 400 experience. Right now, till I fixed the edit, everybody started at 350, 50 from everything from the last sessions. And you should be at 400, and Mavari, Kamar should be at 375.
Okay.
Figuring out the globe and getting a luck roll, I'm going to award you 25 experience their clocks.
Ooh.
Yahoo!
So we'll get there. What you have on there is he has a short sword that is rusty, leather armor that is dusty, and a light crossbow that is malfunctioning.
Okay. Call bullshit. We had a ghillie. What happened to the
Hello?
ghillie?
It's the dusty leather armor.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
So it looks like it's literally dust.
Yes, yes. And his skin and everything, he blends like a predator type thing.
Oh.
Nasty.
Yeah, it is literally a dust goblin. He looks like dust. He is scrawny, spindly. He looks very natural in the environment because of him. He had 14 silver on him.
Oh my god, I totally forgot to add it. What did the Draugr had? I totally forgot.
Let's see, it had 24 silver and 3 gold.
Silver gives me 6. 16, so
Oh.
Oh,
Ow!
I need,
Ow! Amy. Oh.
Jared or Luth needs to roll a 1d4.
oh, dear.
Where's that, Luth? What'd you roll?
3.
3. Corey
John,
Potter,
not good.
Goblin loot. So 3. 1, 2, 3. Roll me a 1d12.
Ow!
Eva.
Ow.
You find a tube of blood grease. You
Gross.
you know that the blood grease is used to reduce
Ow.
grappling. Good God, with the dog. Sorry.
All right, blood grease. Where do I find this so I can add?
Hold on. I am
You're
a lot of
fine.
outside interference. That's there you go. Tube of blood grease reduces grappling DC by 2 for 1 hour.
All right. That in the pouch.
The what? The what? Sorry, I didn't mean the drugger account. That's on the.
No, sorry. I just wanted to see what it was. All right. So I'm just gonna have to add that as an item, yeah.
Yeah, just throw it in your descriptions or something like that, and just a tube. There's gonna be a lot of miscellaneous gear that's not really items, and if you ever use it, you use it. These are just yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a miscellaneous little kit, like this eyewear kit, glass kit thing. Like, fixes a small problem.
All right. Got it in there.
Okay. With that, you guys have had about like 15. You're about 15 minutes into the dungeon. What do you do? Well, an additional 5 for reading the books.
I forget what you said. What was lighting up over here?
There's oh God, I don't remember either.
It was just
It's
a
nothing-
natural light coming from deeper within, from whatever.
Yeah, a lot of it is either fire pits or someone casting daylight in a location, unremovable resource items. However, that doesn't mean you can't make a torch. They're very simple to make. Stick, flammable. Roll me a survival check if you'd like to make one out of, let's say, material like the scale mail or something like that. You strip off all the leather components that are holding it together, and there you go. You get one torch. Lasts for the next hour, and I'll just destroy a piece of gear off of this. You broke the handle off the war pick, and you've removed all the cloth and stuff off the scale mail, making it just inert metal now. And you made yourself a torch. Scavenged. I'm just delete this and delete this. Simple.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into stealth, and I'm going to move back up there and take a look around corner.
All right, roll your stealth. All right, move your guy.
I just want to point out that would technically be a critical roll. Thank you very much. No, what? Never mind.
Yeah, well, skills aren't critically rolled.
And I'm trying not to be very loud. Congratulations.
You're good.
That is absolutely.
You from this do you want to use perception or investigation? There's a reason.
You know what? I'm gonna do perception.
All right. Perception doesn't draw attention. All right. Well, nice. You think you see down to the right side of the corridor something move, and you think you hear a commotion. There's talking, so maybe it's a larger area this direction. To the left, you see another dead body, and up ahead, you think you saw a goblin moving around up there.
All right. I'm gonna move back to the party and tell them what exactly I had seen.
All right.
Maybe if it'll let me. It's like stuck on my. It's stuck on my cursor.
Good.
There we go. Alright. So it looks like we have path we can go to the right or left. Left looks like there was another dead dude. Maybe more money for books. To the right sounds like we had might be somebody down there. Many people, voices happening down there, and I think there might be some more goblins if we just go straight up ahead.
About this time, you all are realizing it is unnatural for the entanglement not to go away, and you realize that entanglement spell, as though it at the end of its life it inerted, so it's just roots, but it's not the entanglement spell that's supposed to grapple and all that shit. So there's just a bunch of vineyard vines now there. So this is the DM saying, beware of what you cast. It might be permatized. That's all.
I'm gonna take notice of that and fiddle with one of my pieces of jewelry that allows me to cast that minor cantrip and just kind of giggle to myself.
Remember, magic is inert from outside to in, so now you're gonna find a way inside here.
The minor cantrips is
Oh yeah.
I do that for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything.
Hi, where's the spell?
You roll for initiative. Not understand why.
Failed for it to do it earlier.
Oh,
For some reason, it didn't play.
Alright, so which way are we gonna go here, guys? Right towards the voices, left to a dead body, and possibly more area to explore, or are we gonna keep going forward where I think I saw more goblins?
I will go left.
dead body?
As I said, there's probably books.
And I always go left.
She did say last session, when given an option, she will always choose left.
Should I be stealth?
Should you be stealth?
Oh shit! No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love it.
Shit. Should I?
You all hear a loud thunderous boom, and a bullet grazes your cheek there, Clocks, from the left side. Or a projectile, I should say.
A projectile. Oh no.
Yes. You quickly dodge back after you reconciled your thought, like, shouldn't I be stealth? And you just get projectiled at.
Ting! 11 o'clock. Think.
You do take 1 damage.
Alright, hearing the big boom, I'm gonna run up there still in stealth and kind of peek the corner a little bit.
Yeah, I'll stick with
It's
peek.
hard to discern where it came from, but it had to have been way beyond.
Okay, first of all, what god of thunder did you just piss off? And you might want to patch that up.
Yeah, your cheek is like got a nice little a through and through, just barely. You're slightly bleeding.
Cure wounds?
No,
I've
just
got cure wounds.
stop the bleeding. It's just 1
Oh.
damage.
Okay.
None of you have ever heard a sound like this before.
Yeah, boo boo.
Hey, muscle guy, we need you. We need a wall of flesh and muscle.
Yeah, go for it.
Here, let me get you all off of that barrier thing. There you go.
Giggle, 'cause I was trying to do it myself.
Yeah, it was stuck on the candle.
That's a powerful candle
You
right
know-
there.
Yeah.
It came from this direction and it went this direction. It was a projectile of some sort that made a very loud sound. Loud enough that it's very hard for anyone not to have heard it.
Hey, you still want to go left?
I must not make the decision.
Well, wait a minute
That
here.
was-
This is all of a sudden now you're like, nope.
Alright,
Left is
so-
not a good idea.
Did that break my stealth, or am I still stealth?
No, nothing broke your stealth.
Okay,
She stepped forward
I'm-
right here and got shot.
I am going to cautiously, ever so cautiously, step a little forward and peek around the corner.
It is so that there's just so much back there. It is hard to see off in the distance. You're limited to right about here for rain. You don't know if it's dust, it's the night, it's the whatever. Your
This is
vision
gonna be
tapers
such a
off
bad
right
idea.
about here.
Okay. Anybody else got
more-
really good stealth?
There's some extra light because I'm giving off. I have that torch now, so
Yeah, you stay there with your torch. I know you can't stealth, so we're good there. Anybody else have
Mine
really
might-
good stealth?
Mine might not be horrible.
Roll stealth
Is it
check.
too late for me to stealth?
No, it's not too late for you to stealth. It was just like, should I be stealthing?
At a
can I
normal.
check to see if she stepped on like a trap or something?
Well, alright. At a
there's
normal, let's see what this is.
A dragged body and everything. There's nothing that you could roll an investigation. Kamar's doing an investigation. You don't see anything that would have triggered a trap. Zish steps forward and does an investigation as well. And yeah, they're not finding any trap while you two are trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. Harley,
I can't go any further.
Rennie and Jared DeLuth feel like they're confident enough to stealth forward if the rest of the group wants to let them.
I will. I can sneak up there and take a look, see if we can figure it out. If you guys want to keep that torch there, that would be nice. Please and thanks. Bye.
All right, so we're going to temporarily
Hey,
split the
Empire.
party. This is now going to be Rennie and Jared DeLuth moving forward.
Hey, where's
Roll me a perception check, you both of you, or just one. Yeah, both of you roll a perception check separately. Same thing as advantage.
Blue. So normal or advantage?
Just normal.
No advantage. You're both rolling separately. You think that so you both can discern that it came off in the distance even further.
God damn it.
Would you like to move would you like to move
Okay.
another square forward? All right, roll me a perception check.
No, not persuasion. It's a computer.
right as you're about to cross this Draugr, you see the dust devil jumping out. There's a dust goblin right underneath where you're stepping. Right here.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
nice.
So give me a second. I got to move your character in order to uninvisible it.
Oh, this did
Like
not
it was
go
right
well.
there. It was about ready to stab at you.
This
as you're
didn't go
walking
well,
in,
damn it.
And obviously this thing didn't do the whatchamacall, the attacking. So
Not go
Roll.
well.
all right, beginning combat. Jared DeLuth, you have the first stab. And after you attack, I need you to re-roll your stealth.
21.
What'd you do? How did you do all that by yourself?
I rolled everybody's shit for them.
Oh.
10
All right,
damage.
Rude. I need you to re-roll your stealth after this. You killed it. And you maintained your stealth. Okay.
Nope.
I don't need you. You don't need to. Got that.
Okay.
It's,
Well, I'm
he's
right
the
behind
one
him.
he's the one who attacked. If you got to you you would have had to break your stealth if you had to attack. Tracking? Hold on.
Yes.
So with that said, there's another boom coming from this angle. You know that it's right about here, as it tried to fire at you, but you were able to hide quickly enough before something got you. You caught the glint of something sparking from this direction. Would you like to continue moving forward?
No.
You know what? I have a gnome. I'm gonna talk to my gnome.
I know what it is.
Your gnome is too far behind you. You can either continue forward
Huh?
or try to risk going backwards to talk to your gnome.
Do I know what the sound is? Because I have a feeling if I was excited enough, I'd run up to them.
Yeah, no. Let's give that, because right now we're talking about seconds of combat versus minutes of time frame.
Okay.
So right now they have a split-second decision. They can either rush forward or they can reset themselves and rush backwards to get intel. So they need to figure out that.
Right here in front of us, it's a left and right path, right?
Right, and it came straight forward. And there's nothing to the left and nothing to the right, other than the entanglement. So you guys could make it to right about here this turn. Or you could backtrack. Which do you want to do?
Well, we're gonna divide and conquer. Hey, Rennie, take your ass back there and find out what the gnome knows. And I'm going to...
Well, okay.
And I'm gonna dive off to the side right there.
Alright. Dink. Wait, did I
All right, first, before you all do that, I want an intelligence check to think if you would have actually figured out the gnome might know this. If not, you're going to have to wait one round of combat, and then she would yell on her turn, technically. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know what that is! So, roll me an intelligence something, common sense related.
A common sense check. That totally needs to be one.
Oh, ability check.
I know, right? Where's the common sense check? I loved that in Savage Worlds.
Nope.
All right, y'all don't have enough common sense to go back and talk to the gnome. So do you want to dive off to the right? Do you want to dive off to the right and reposition, or do you want to try to press the advantage and get to northward? Mind you, the DM's not trying to squelch you. I'm trying to give you opportunities.
No, I'm gonna stay back. The hairs on the back of my neck are telling me to not fucking go forward. So I'm gonna stay there at the corner where I know it seems safe.
All right, both of you roll me a perception check, and then I'm gonna let the gnome roll a.
I finally rolled a low one.
Rennie, I need you to roll perception, and then I need a knowledge arcana for clocks. That's persuasion, not perception. Try again, Rennie.
What the heck? Why did it not?
Because it's a different P word.
Hey, now.
Hey, you're the one who have different thoughts. I said perception.
I've got
Not
too
high
many
enough.
windows I
Clocks.
can't.
I need you to roll me an arcana check. And yeah, you would have advantage, but you need to beat an 18. Fuck. She yells up, "It's a fucking gun! Rush it!"
Well,
That's what
Hi
the
ho, hi
gnome
ho.
yells. That's what the gnome yells up towards you.
But so much for stealth.
Well, yeah, it's a gun.
That's a gun.
But
Yep.
You're the only one who, other than Zish, that knows what the fuck that means. Nobody's been introduced with or dealt with gunpowder projectiles. Even in the Outlands, it's like a what? Yeah, you're talking about very Forgotten Realms and Outlands and all these dynamics. The gunpowder was inert magically, and they call it smoke powder in Forgotten Realms specifically. So it's like very few and far between even know what that technology is. You're from a different planar sphere, which would have led you to understanding what gunpowder versus smoke powder. I'm saying this for the audience.
No, my
What?
apology.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm a little. I'm a little bit inebriated. So with that, to set the standard, you two are scared out of your mind. All you heard was gun. You don't know what the fuck that is, and you're told by the gnome, the most intelligent person in the party, to rush the advantage and get the target. So what do you two do?
Well, I don't question it. I know the gnome's smart, so I'm kicking high gear and dashing and hauling ass.
Okay, you still are maintaining stealth. Kamar, you were the target that time. I need you to roll a dex saving throw against that gunfire because you're literally standing in its line of sight from that last bullet. And as you rush up, Kamar, Ty,
What was that?
I need what? Typical Kamar fashion.
Right.
What? I need you to roll a dex saving throw because you were the target of the last musket fire at you. That whole boom was them targeting you because their stealth check was high. You made the saving throw and stepped back. Okay, you see Goblin, and Rennie. I need you to roll. Both of you, Rennie needs to roll me a dex saving throw as a musketeer shoots from the left to the right. Whoa. You take 1d6 damage.
Oof, brutal.
6 damage. I don't know why it shows you, but yeah. You get shot in the arm, and it's stuck in your arm. It's hurting the bone on your left arm.
Yeah, which means these assholes can see through stealth. Great.
No, this one had an. Okay, so if you want a DM peel back, the thing was lined up at full perception, waiting for movement. So unless you had a 27 or higher in stealth, he was going to auto hit or
Makes sense.
auto target. Yeah. But that doesn't mean he's going to hit every time. That's just a lot of damage. Okay. Combat is initiated. What do you two do? There's a musketeer, and two goblins right here. They look like they're training sights, much because you can understand bow logic. That they're aiming down kill points.
6 damage to my left arm, correct?
I already took. Yeah, I already took it off the character sheet. You're at 20 of 26.
All right. Are we?
Combat, and we'll go from there. Does anybody else want to rush up there, or are you guys gonna just stay back and let them?
Can I sneak that way?
Well, there's no sneaking to be worried about at this point.
Oh, okay.
It's always sneaking to be worried about. Technically, she's still in stealth.
The only one that made noise inside and pain is me.
Let me pose this to the group before everyone rushes in. You're not sure about where gunfire's coming from, and if this is one possibility, what are the chances that there are other possibilities? Do you want to take that chance of dashing to help save your friends, or do you want to hope that they can do it themselves? Before I continue, because they're right now in a stealth advantage, meaning they're up upon the enemy. You don't know what they have passed that wasn't set off. Does that make sense? This is close quarters combat. So
I'm going to.
what do you two do in the rear? Do you hold position or do you advance the front?
I was told to stay back here, so I'm going to stay back here.
All right. Clock.
Yeah.
Do you think your gnomish ability could get there fast enough to be part of an advantage? Or
No, I'm slow.
like
I got little legs.
She's got tiny leg syndrome.
Tiny legs, too many books.
She got too many books.
And I'm squishy.
Oh my
You're
god!
also the intel. If the intel dies,
ow.
I really hope they bring me back those weapons.
Okay.
yeah, you know, right? You know. Okay, so let's settle into the combat. The first part of the combat. This goblin charges forward to where the musketeer was fighting, and it hasn't seen you yet, so it's going to go to the next turn because of the fog of war that naturally happens. Rennie, you're up. Do you break your stealth and attack the goblin? What do? You already know one goblin saw you.
I want to try to look and try to see where I can freaking try to shoot off, try to defend myself at all, or well, actually, I have an arrow in my arm, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna try to.
You don't have an arrow in your arm, genius.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a musket ball.
You have a hole in your arm that makes your bone hurt like hell.
Yeah, I have
it's not a hole in the arm. She's got a pellet from a musket hitting the
I have a boo-boo.
Like, you're talking about stuff that causes gangrene.
I have a boo-boo.
The biggest problem of Civil War was gangrene because the pellet shots would infect the wound. It hit the bone, and it's a piece of metal that's stuck in her bone right now. So it's the problem she's gonna have to deal with later.
I almost Common sense says I try to duck and cover, like try to find somewhere just to hide. Dude.
You're okay. You dodged out of the way. Well, you can move right there. That's kind of too much of a rock right there. That's quarter. That's 50% cover from this goblin. That's 25% cover from this goblin.
Over there.
Well,
keep in mind, you're still in stealth technically.
Yeah, you're technically in stealth. Now, if you want, before you move, let me tell you where the stealth, what would happen. If you move here, that will give you 50% cover from here, 25% cover from here. If you move here, that gives you 0 cover from him and 100% cover from him. So, do you attack the goblin? Or dive in the cover? Or dive in the cover and attack the goblin? I'm helping you out. Here gives you 50% cover from him, 25% cover from him. Here gives you 100% cover from here and 0 cover from him. So this means this guy's going to be able to hit you again easily. If you wanted a dissertation or an assertion, this would be the best coverage.
Duck back.
Because then you could attack your goblin.
Just duck
all right, now you got to worry about disengaging. Okay, now you don't have to worry about disengagement. You're all right. Now that I know the math, would you like to attack the goblin and then re-roll your stealth?
Oh, fuck. His ass needs fuck a lot less.
How they say the best defense is a good offense. These one-up candies are actually pretty good. I love these sour bursts. The dehydrated shit is shit. It's like Gushers and Warheads had a baby.
That sounds delicious.
I know, right? These fucking shoes. Sour Warheads and Gushers had a baby. Fucking love them. Oh.
Oh my god, where is it?
Are you trying to roll to attack?
Yeah, but I'm trying to find the... There it goes. Okay. Where's my...
Oh.
This... Alright.
Two things are going through your mind, Clocks. Is it smoke powder or is it gunpowder? Big defining difference.
Blue gun. Blue gun and...
I might want to use a sword. You're too close for a blowgun, unless you're targeting something beyond you.
Well, wait, he's like over here.
Right here is the... Again, this you have 50% cover from. This you have 25% cover from. This guy right here is upon you.
This guy. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna slash and dash. Hello, register computer.
It registered.
All right.
Let me help you out there.
No.
You
Attack.
click on
Got it.
Scimitar, you click on the die part of it. When you highlight over Scimitar, you'll see a die appear instead of the image. And then you click on that little die and it'll pop up in the chat. And then you can click on the goblin and you can click attack. And then it's at normal. And it should do such. I did an auto roll for you and it got a 20. Would you like to accept it or did you want to roll yourself?
Accept it.
All right. Click the damage now in the chat. It says attack and damage.
Why did it do that?
I got you did. You hit the 20 and it rolled the attack. It rolled the damage. You did 9 and you killed the goblin. So that's your attack for the round. You've done your movement. Are you good? Is there a free action you'd like before we move on? Do you want to talk to Jared Luth?
Jared.
Give him a one-liner.
Cover me as much as you can. As I say it without saying it. But he already knows that owie and I just did what I did. So, yeah.
Roger. Jared Luth, you are up. Goblins down. Rennie did a thing.
Rennie did a thing. All right, so this one's dead here.
Roll me a medicine check. This is a new wound for you there that you witnessed, Jared Luth. With that perception, you know that this is deadly weapons.
Okay.
You've got this, dude.
So the one closest to me that's dead, the next one up from me still hasn't, the other three still haven't seen me, correct?
At the moment, best session, they're not targeting you.
Okay, the only one that really has eyes on either of us is that one down there in the pit.
That one only just saw Rennie and shot Rennie. The rest of them are the one ahead. Roll me a perception, and I'll tell you what you see. We can use perception as common knowledge.
I like it.
We'll use perception as common knowledge. Wait, what you perceive is that this one's looking down the hall and is now taking gander as it sees Rennie. This goblin right here sees Rennie. This goblin right here is starting to do stuff to the gun in order to.
Hey, how'd that motion go again?
Yeah, like this. It looks like it's very skilled at doing this a lot.
Yeah,
really quickly too. This one right here looks like it's just. This one right here looks like it's just finished that, and it's getting ready to bring what would look like pulling a bowstring back, but whatever the thing is, to forefront. All right.
All right. Whoops, I didn't mean to move.
Because you're
Hold on.
stealth, I'll let you get through the disengage without an issue this time, but it removes your stealth. So
I wasn't meaning to move it. It was just coming off my mouse thing from earlier.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were targeting him.
All right, we got him, yeah. Him. He's about there. Shit, well, I can't rush him because that'll take medicine. I'll have to have a disengage with that one. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and move up next to him, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack some stealth on him.
Okay.
That should be an advantage, right?
Yes. Or a sneak attack is what I'll give you.
Well, don't stay in stealth. That's for fucking sure.
No, you don't stay in stealth, but you did miss the target with the 14.
Well,
you need a 15 to hit. You popped out of stealth. You startled this musket here, and all hell breaks loose.
Holy shitballs.
What would you like to do? Because you're unaware of what's happening behind you.
So this is a hall there. I've only got a bonus.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Management object. Damn. Yeah. I mean, I don't got much I can do. I don't have any bonus action I can really take because everything's locked because of that planar shift.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much screwed. Yep. Help.
Mars, you see goblins rushing from ahead, and you see a glint of something that's loading up what looks like a stick with and pointing it at you. Roll a perception, Kamars. Yeah, you safely assume that the thing down the hall is probably what like the things down the other hall shooting at people. Well, technically, you'd say projectiling at people, or arrowing, but either way, what you see is what you get. There are goblins today. What do you want to do, Kamar? Goblins are coming around the corner. All right.
Don't forget your war cry.
I'm done.
Or like a rage cry.
Aye.
I'm in a rage.
All right, you re-age. All right, and that's a bonus action. Attack.
It's this thing.
That would be one hell of a sponsor. Get Paps to sponsor me. This night's drunken D&D session brought to you by
I am Blue Ribbon. When you need your dice to roll properly.
Well, you hit. Where's my cat? I had a cat right here.
12 damage.
12. Good God. Yeah, you cleave it. Now, damn, for the love of God, I'll fix that. For some reason, decided not to apply it to the correct thing. You cleave it in twain, like you. And let's see, use the Sung Fang, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. You still have movement. You could move forward and get the crit off. Because, well, it's not a crit. That's right. Damn it.
Yeah. I'd still get in
But
the
you
way of
definitely
him.
can move forward. Yeah, you
Yeah, that's
definitely
what I was
can.
hoping.
Which is good because it'll disrupt its firing. Anything else you want to do?
That's all I can do at the moment.
All right. Let's see. This one's reloading. This one is attacking. It rolled an 18, which you have a 16. And it does 3 damage to you. As it brings down its not so rusty scimitar. This one is shooting at clocks at disadvantage because you're in its way. Rolled a 6. That wasn't even at disadvantage. It tinks off to your left. Clocks, you definitely are like, I know what the fuck this shit is. So you'll get an advantage on your arcana on distinguishing whether it's one or the other. Someone messaged me. Give me a second. Okay. Outside of game interference, she may have zapped herself while trying to deal with a chicken heat bulb. Let's see. Yeah. Clocks, you're up. Roll me an arcana first off. This is your free action. Get at advantage. You need a 15 or higher. Yeah, you know that this is not smoke powder, it is gunpowder. Very distinguishing because that means a lot if anybody outside understands the difference between smoke powder versus gunpowder
Okay,
in the lore settings.
And the goblin that he cleaved into.
He's right here, but the goblin that shot at you is right here, and you
Okay.
hear a war cry from a goblin coming down from the south passage, and you see it.
Okay.
What does thou do with?
Did the one he killed have a musket?
No,
Okay.
it is scimitar.
Lame.
For all those people at home, this is what the goblin musketeer looks like.
Okay, he's creepy.
He looks a little too excited to have a gun in his hand.
I want one as a pet. Actually, I want 2, one on each shoulder.
That would be interesting.
I would like my raccoons to be rocketing.
Okay. I run behind. Wait, can I?
See, this would be 5, this would be 15, this would be 20, and then 25. So you could go right there, and you'd be able to be there.
Okay. And
That's what you're going for. Unlike bows, guns require 10 feet as opposed to 5 feet for point blank issues, but we're not going to go into that too much. Actually, it would be the opposite, wouldn't it? Who gives a crap? You're behind a meat shield.
Well, I'm wondering if I could fire my crossbow between his legs and hit the goblin.
Yeah, you might need to worry about his third leg hitting, but that's beside it.
But I mean, like, I'm short.
Yeah, I know, but you're not that short for him.
Dear God.
Kamar. Could you move your obstacle out of my way? Anyways, go ahead and shoot between his legs. Kamar's giving you 50% coverage because of how meaty he is. All right. Now, when you highlight over it, off to the left, it turns into a die instead of the picture of the light crossbow. You notice that?
No.
Okay, so when you click on your character sheet, let's say, and you go to your inventory and you highlight everything, you'll see a die that's appearing on the left side. Do you see that? When you
okay, yeah.
And then you go over to that die and it highlights again. Click it. All right. Now it should say attack and all that kind of stuff whenever you do that. I don't know. If you highlight the Goblin Musketeer and you hit attack, it will try to range attack it.
What?
So you when you highlight over the crossbow, you need to go over to where the die is actually, and it will go from gray to dark gray. Do you see that?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then it should come up and say attack and all that stuff. I'm just trying to teach you how to understand it. So, and then you can roll and it click and it should say normal. And then you rolled a 20. Well, I rolled a 23 for you. And then since
it says MIDI attack underneath. Is that a thing?
I don't know, but you roll. When I rolled it for you, you rolled a 23 and you hit at a 9, and I could apply that damage, which murders it. Okay. Until we could just keep doing this until you figure out how to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get down and you're like, and it goes right into its head. It's just like, boom, and falls over, and the musket fires straight up into the ceiling, and then little dust comes down. So Goblin out of the way. Kamar, roll me a perception check. You realize that it startled a goblin down the hall to the right, and it came running forward. All right, clocks. Is there anything else you want to do?
I want to grab the guy's gun.
Well, you're gonna have to wait till next round.
Well, that's it. That's all I
Alright.
got, really.
Alright, let's see. Boom. This one's reloading. That one's dead. That one ran forward. Zish. Zish steps forward, looks around the corner. What does he have? And he uses his light crossbow. Hits the target. Kills the target. Another crossbow right into like the heart of the goblin, and it just goes. And as it's running forward, it falls forward, and the goblin goes. The arrow goes through the goblin's chest, double killing it. Dead. Dead. Rennie, you're up. For the time being, go ahead, Jared Luth. So, Rennie, Jer, and Kamar, you're all going at the same time. So, whichever wants to go first, you all are in the same battle sequence time. So, Jer, what do you want to do since Rennie's not at the computer at the moment?
Well, this guy's still alive because I fucking whiffed my shot at him. That guy's about to fucking shoot me in the back of the head.
Both of them are. You know, I have to say, Old Crow isn't that bad of a cheap American whiskey.
Let's see, can't throw and stab. They're both actions, so I'm gonna have to take one out. Right. I'm gonna be a little bit of a cheeser. I'm gonna try to grab this goblin right here in front of me.
Okay.
Because the sounds and the whatever they're throwing or firing, shooting at us, has got their hackles raised, and my survival instincts are kicking in. So I'm gonna try to put this goblin as like a shield in front of me.
Roll a grappling check, and we'll do a opposed strength.
Let's grab
athletics. All right, and it's opposed strength. Let's see. You grab it. It's now in front of you.
All right. And I'm gonna be like, you know, down as close as far as I can behind him while I'm holding him there. Let's see. So that's action.
Yeah, that's action. Would you like to move forward with him?
Yep, I'm gonna rush towards that other one while I'm holding him.
All right, I'll just. I know that you're closer than this. I get it. Roll me a strength check.
Another athletic.
Yeah, go for an athletics. Or
an attack. An attack. What kind of attack are we gonna do with that?
Just do strength plus whatever your attack proficiency is. So it's like a strength +2. Strength ability check +2. The DM is conjugating an idea.
So let's see. Strength is gonna be ability check. Plus. Oh, it already does a +2 for me.
Well, it's going to be a +2 on top of that.
Okay. Can I add just +2 with it? Let's find out.
I just manual it in our head.
Oh yeah, you can just like that. That's good to know.
Well, it's not as well. It really depends now. Let's see. Does it roll? It's at disadvantage. There you go. You beat
well,
it
that worked out.
Barely. You basically run up and shove the goblin in its face, and it knocks it over. So they're both prone. And it gets a wildfire shot off as the goblin goes in. So I'll roll it, and if it misses, it actually hits the other goblin. Tracking?
Gotcha. Let's do it.
All right. Kamars, what are you doing? Because Rennie needs to get back to her PC to because the messages that are being sent to do her turn.
Run up here.
You see? Yep.
See that goblin
Alright.
and
Cleave it.
Yep. Come on, score a crit.
Oh. Oh.
9 damage.
God, why did
Dead?
it do that? It clicked on it. Hold on. Ugh. Yeah, you run over and you tell me how this goblin dies in one hit. It had 7 hit points. You did 9 to it. What did it look like?
Run up to it and just. Is this like a railing or something?
It's like stability walls.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, in that case, I just come over with the overhand string and just straight down the middle of it.
All right, another bam right through it. You cut and you sling it so it only like splits halfway, and it's dead. It's definitely dead. You barely missed. To make it a little different, it like cleaves through its ear and right down its and just cuts right to here and stops as you pull it out, and then it just does it one of those little I'm dying moments and dies.
Do I hear any other goblins around here?
Currently, at the moment, there's. Let's see. What is your character see from your? No. You know that there's a. You know that you need to roll a perception check so the DM can tell you more. Yeah, you think you're safe enough to backtrack.
I'm just gonna stay there for right now.
All right. So Rennie gets back. She's getting shot at, and we'll go with that. Goblin Musketeer. That one needs to roll. Let's see. I need to solve something in the background. It missed, so it hit its thing. Give me a second, folks. Slight derailment. Cat was stuck and having issues. Sorry, I had to solve it. That's all. Yeah, you know when it gets its claw caught and it was just crying, and I'm like, I'll fix it. Okay. Let's see. I got a message from Rennie. Okay, got that. Moving on to that, we resolved, and I need its damage. So how much damage did it do? Oh, wow. It shot a hole in the goblin as it was so it's like you threw it at it and it unleashed the shot and it blew open its chest. You have I need you to roll a perception check, and I'll tell you whether you can roll an arcana. Roll an arcana. You need a 10 or higher.
Damn.
Okay, you do know that this fucking thing's deadly and you want one.
No, of course I do.
That one's dead. That one's dead. Clocks, you're up. There seems to be quiet movement. Would you like to investigate the body?
Yes.
All right, you investigate the body. Roll investigation. Well, you find the gun. That's for sure. You're gonna have to wait another round to find its 10 or higher. You would have found its satchel too in order to reload the damn thing and figure things out. But you're able to grab the gun, and you realize you're gonna have to search the body a little bit longer. So that was your action. What else would you like to do? Investigation's more of an action. Perception's more of a
reaction.
I would consider it more of a free action. But yeah, not a bonus action. That's too much. So like, if we're trying to balance how what feels more contextual, especially when we get down the further line. So you wasted your action investigating. You picked it up, the gun. You know it's got to have ammunition, but you weren't able to find it yet. Probably because fog of war.
Right. So
you want to yell at Kamar or whatnot? Because your danger sense is definitely tingling right now. Like, most of the time, people don't deal with this shit. The fact that it's prevalent and goblins have it, your red flags are like on triple threat right now. Like, gnomes have this technology. Goblins having the technology? That's insane chaos. It's like giving toddlers machine gun.
I guess I'll try and get his attention to...
You might want to be less stealthy and more yelly at this point.
Okay, so yell at him to grab that goblin and get back here.
All right.
I guess.
No, that's perfect. Let's see. This goblin, see, it relines the shot and it shoots. At Rennie. So it has 25% coverage now. 21's going to hit, even at 25%. Roll 1 100. Oh, nice. I guess it hit that mark. It tings and she just gets dust in her eye. She'll have disadvantage on the next turn from hitting the rock nearby her. Yeah, you'll just have disadvantage on your next attack. Zish.
Sorry about that, guys.
Zish runs down the hall to grab the body.
He's an ugly little goblin, isn't
he? Dead. Rennie, you're up along with Jared Luth and Kamar. You just got shot, blasted the rock. You're at disadvantage for attacking. There's a musketeer here and a musketeer here. Would you like to rush the musketeer?
I'm gonna have to take at least somewhat of an action to be able to clear my eyes, correct?
It will naturally resolve itself at the end of your turn. Meaning you're pretty much gonna be rubbing your eyes out as you're moving, so don't stress about that. It's more about you deciding what you want to get accomplished while that's doing that.
Well, alright, my character is still in the same spot.
Yeah, now, I mean, do you want to move forward to here and attack at disadvantage? Or do you want to wait a turn? Clear your eyes out. And then the following turn, when it's shooting at you again.
Fuck that.
Christ, you're a druid. Use your fucking nose.
Fuck that, I'm also a barbarian.
Exactly. Why don't you get in there and rage at it?
Oh, no kidding. I'm trying to figure out where in the world in this little...
Just tell me what you're doing if you're having dynamical issues, if you know you can do it.
Right.
Doing that stuff and the thing and that stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the stuff within the stuff on the stuff.
Well, focus on the question is, do you want to move forward and attack?
Yes.
All right. So you move forward and you attack.
In battle.
Now,
yes.
Do you want to rage, or do you just want to do you just want to attack the damn thing? Rage is a bonus action, and that would mean pretty much you take half damage. Or do you want to just attack it? Yeah, I understand it lasts for a minute, and it's more of a defensive thing until you have a few more levels, and then you have reckless attack. Right now, you're a level 1 barbarian. You can rage to take half damage.
I'm here.
Nah. I'm trying to keep this focused on a entertainment perspective, and it helps. Because if we prattle the details too much, it'll end up like the Snow White movie.
Yeah.
I know. Current politics. God, did you watch her interviews?
Mm-hmm.
Ty, did you watch her interviews?
Whose interviews?
The Snow White actor.
Oh, hell no.
Fucking Christ. Her interviews is like listening to a self-entitled, privileged bitch
Want to know how bad Snow White did? It has a lower rating than Dragon Ball, the live action movie.
And it has everything to do with the fact that she's like, the prince is creepy. It's like, fuck you. You're creating a movie for entertainment. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's supposed to give us enlightenment. It's supposed to give us joy. It's supposed to give us forward thought, not your fucking creepy ideas on men who are in that situation. It's like, fuck off. The only person thinking that is you, the actor. And you need to cut that shit out when you're trying to provide entertainment. Much less what's engagement of your audience. It was a nightmare. Do you know who the people were that were most pissed about it? Midgets. They were the most pissed. Because that could have been 7 slots for actors. And we all know how well Willow did. The guy who played Ewok, Warren Davis?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was spot on. He went from Ewok land to Willow to being Leprechaun.
Okay, we ready to finish this up?
Yeah. And you guys get the bodies back. I'm going to assume that you guys probably spend the rest of your time doing this and bringing it back.
Yep, checking them too.
Yep, not a problem.
Side note to those watching, we had some technical difficulties, and we're picking it back up. We did pause for a few minutes, and we're just picking it back up where we had left. Yeah, enjoy.
You remove rage. This one, fuck. Slashes at you with its scimitar that it had from the prone position to attack you. At Jared DeLuth. It misses. Do clocks, we know what you're doing. You're all pulling those bodies back. Zish pulled the bodies back. Back to Jared DeLuth. It is your turn. And
I mean, me and him are pretty much been having a stabby fight here at the moment until one of us gets it.
Exactly.
And he's still prone?
Correct.
Oh, fine.
Attack.
All right, 5 on mine.
She did 11 on her second hit. You did 5. It's wounded, bleeding. You cut off one of its legs.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And it stabs back, slashing wildly. It misses. It's your turn again. As Rennie grabs these bodies, it drags them back.
Oh, 8.
And 8, what damage? and it's gone. And you drag this body back and bring it back. You drag all the bodies back and you pilfer the loot. Let's put all of the bodies into a location that you'll all sift through. There we go. All right, final discussion. We're going to say that you all rifle the bodies and find shit and drag all the bodies.